Hi, this is Bulzit Khan with you. I hope all of you should be fine and enjoying at your home. So maybe you should have some idea from this video that what I'll be talking today. So basically, in Pakistan, a lot of people they are watching this drama series Artoral nowadays, and I hope it is. I think it is famous in some other parts as well. So I thought that I should provide some of my 2 cents about some of the things because I watch also. This is a good drama. I mean, it should be watched. I believe if you like drama, then you should watch it. And but the message or the main reason of making this video is that I found that a lot of people um, they are not taking it fully as a drama. I mean, they are trying to get some real thing or some history out of it. So basically, the point is that we should never mix these two things. That history is history and drama is drama. History will never become drama, and drama will never become history. And you should never try to take something out of the other. Generally, drama also has some of the history as well because they cannot just make everything from their own. They have some real facts inside, but they have to glamorize it. They have to put something which make it interesting for the people. They just cannot repeat the history, I mean, in the drama. So, and on the other side, history is history. I mean, whatever has happened, it has happened, whether you believe it or you don't believe it. If it is written in a history book that something happens like this, then that thing has happened like this. I mean, there is no other thing. So when I saw that, I found some of the things that are not very, I mean, I will not say that they are very bad or they are very much affecting, but just to give you, basically to give you some idea about these. The mainly in this video, I will just discuss two guys, Artoral and his father, Suleiman Shah. I will not go in detail of their son Osman. Maybe in some other video later I will talk about him as well. So I have added three pictures here. One picture on the right of this video. This is the statue of Artoral. It's situated in Ashkabad in Turkmenistan because Osmani Empire, the Ottoman Empire, has reached Central Asia as well. So that's why I thought that it should be a good idea to add this photo of his statue. Now, one thing that I want you to focus is this map under this video. In this map, if you see, this is the Ottoman Empire at its peak. In this video, you can see that almost major of Central Europe or East Europe, almost all of East Europe, then this Central Asia, and then North Africa, then this Egypt, and this Palestine, and then this whole corridor which goes near the Arab Peninsula. This is the trade route. This is the biggest trade route of that time. This is like here from India, things come to this place and then they go on caravan routes. So this was a very, very known route from Damascus to this place in Yemen, and then from here it goes on ships because there was no Suez Canal at that time. So if you want to go from Europe to India, you have to take this route. So if you see this, at that time this was the most busy trade route of the world. So because they were sitting almost here, all the Africa, if someone from Africa has to go to Asia or Europe, so from Africa, Asia and Europe, anywhere you want to go, you have to take this, you have to go through this area. So if you want to be a superpower, then You don't need anything else. You just need to control all the trade which is going through the whole world, which is the concept right now as well. Like China is building one belt, one road. This is the same thing. I mean, if you want to control everything, you control all the trade. Maybe you don't produce, but you control it. So controller is in bigger power. So here on the right, this another map. If you see this is the Seljuk Empire of that time. This map should not be accurate. Maybe it was because at those kind of time, the thing was not that accurate as well. But the Seljuk Empire was controlling almost all of the Turkey area, which is the current Turkey. Almost all of it was controlled by them. But the western side, or you can say the European side, was with the Christians. Here Istanbul, Constantinople is also, at that time it was part of the Byzantine Empire. So Byzantine Empire was sitting here, and then these Seljuk, they were Muslims, they were here, and Genghis Khan was coming from this side, from Asia. So this was, you can say, this was almost the scenario at that time. And this man, Suleiman Shah, he has a very small tribe of maybe 4,000 or 5,000 young men, and he was put on the border with the Christians, because the Seljuk king of that time, because he saw that these people are brave and young, and they are very hardworking, but they were not any big power of that time. They were very small people, a very small tribe. It's just like a village in nowadays term, if we call them. They are like a village. And one thing, if you see in the movie as well, these people, they don't have any land as well at that time, because initially they were living on some eastern side, but because of the pressure of Mongols, they left their area, and then they were trying to search something on this western side so that they can stay away from the Mongols, because Mongols were simply killing everyone at that time. So keeping this all in your memory, that these people, they were basically, it was a very small village. When they got it somehow, the Sulman Shah and his son Artugrul, what they got was a very small village near Ankara, the current Ankara of Turkey. At that time, I think it was called as Angora, and the village name was Sogut. So Sogut was the place which were given to them by Seljuks, and that also was given to them when Salman Shah was already dead, and Artugrul was kind of running the show, and Osman was almost ready to take over. So the Ottoman Empire was founded in Sogut, and from Sogut it started, and then they unite everyone, because at that time the problem was that the Mongols were on their peak. Let me give you some facts and figures about first about Suleiman Shah. Suleiman Shah, the problem with him, one of the problem is that even his name has some problem. I mean, because in some history records, his name is not Suleiman Shah. His name is Gonduz Alp. So this is not sure, because as I told you, that these people were not very famous people, or these were not very, you can say that they were not very much important people. So if you are not an important guy, then history don't maintain your records. I mean, because everyone's record cannot be maintained. So because he was very simple, a very small guy, I mean, with a tribal leader of a very small tribe, and a tribe which has no land as well. So there is no exact records of him. So it's not sure that the Salman Shah, which was the leader of the Kai tribe, which has been shown in this movie as well, whether he was the real father of Artugrul or not, because the name of Artogril's father, which is on record, the recorded name is Ganduz Alp, and Salman Shah was also a person at that time. So maybe Salman Shah was running the tribe, and this man was, I don't know who was he, but he was the father of Artogril, and then maybe Artogril and his son, they maybe take over or whatever, because it's history. So Salman Shah's, the person who is shown as Salman Shah, his father's name was also Kaya Alp. So Kaya Alp's son may be Ganduz Alp, not Salman Shah. But this Salman Shah or Ganduz Alp, he has 4 sons, and he was married to a woman named Jaime Hatun. Hatun is for women, for ladies. Generally, it's part of the name of the ladies. So Jaime Hatun was his wife, and he has 4 sons names Artogral and Dundar, then Gandogdu and Sangar Takin. So these were 4 of his sons, and Artogral was, because he was father of Osman as well, and he was very brave, so he took over. Maybe he was the eldest or he was the second one, but this man, he was born in 1167 and he died in 1225. So he had almost same age and same start and end like Genghis Khan, because Genghis Khan also has almost same dates. Genghis Khan also died in 1227. So when this man was running the show at that time, everything was being done by Genghis Khan. Genghis Khan was doing everything in the world. He was the biggest leader. The Mongols were conquering everything. So at that time, Genghis Khan was leading Mongols, and the Seljuk kingdom was being led by Kekaus I. So this was the demographics at that time. So his son Artogral, now the history don't have the birth year of Artogral. This person who is who's hero of a drama, we don't know when he was actually born, but he died in 1280, almost 19 years before his son established the Ottoman Empire. So when he, at his time also, because these guys, the Mongols, they were conquering everything. They were out of Mongol, and they tried to capture almost wherever they could reach. They captured almost most of the China, and then they captured a lot of European area, and they killed a lot of people in Asia as well. They reached Baghdad, and they just ruined Baghdad, and they do a lot of things in the world. So because of their attacks, the Seljuks, they lost all of their kingdom, and Khwarizmians, they took over, and Jalaluddin Borno, he took over the Seljuk area, and the Seljuk kingdom becomes Khwarizmian kingdom. And then this Mongols, they even defeated Khwarizms as well. So when Osman was young and he was establishing his things, at that time the area was in big jeopardy. There was very much chaos, and there were no good government, so it was a good time for him as well. For him it was because he was courageous like his father, so he united people, and then he did a lot of hard work, but we will go in Osman's story later. So just to tell you that this man Artogral, he also did a lot of struggle, but not as we see in the drama. Sometimes in the drama it looks like maybe they were handling the whole world issues, and they were the main reason between Christians and Muslims. No, they were very brave, and they were ready to fight, but they were very small, and they were not the main power of that time. But as we read in the history and we saw in the drama as well, that by chance this Artughral, he married Halima Hatun. She was of Seljuk descendant, so she was basically Turk. She was a kind of a princess. So this gave them a good chance to enter into the Seljuk dynasty as well, which helped them doing whatever they had to do. So this is how we can say that the things folded, whatever we learned from the history. So Artughral also, he does not have only one son. Artughral also had many sons. He had almost 3 or 4 sons, and the name of his sons are also very, one of the name of the son is Osman, but one is Sarubatu and Sefki Bey and Ganduz Bey. So this Ganduz Bey also give me a kind of, that his Artughral, his father's name was also Ganduz Alp. So maybe he put his son's name as Ganduz Bey just to remember his father. This is a very common thing even now as well in some part of the world, that they give a person, he named one of his sons with the name of his father so that his father's name will continue. So maybe, but I'm not sure. So as I told you that these guys, they started from very small, and like Salman Shah, if it is his real name, he was just a leader of a small tribe, Kai tribe of Oghuz Turk, and they basically ran from Central Asia to save their life from Mongols. And because Seljuk, they gave them some area in the west, so Seljuk basically wants to save themselves from the Byzantine Christians. So maybe this was a good luck for them, because in this way they were saved from the Mongol invasions. Otherwise, if they had on the other side of the kingdom, then maybe the Mongols should have already crushed them. So we should not even hear their names, because it was very small tribe. For Mongol, killing 5,000-10,000 people it was not any problem for them. So let me finish this, and I hope this was a good information for you, that who was Artughral, who was Salman Shah. One thing for sure is that, like we see in the drama, a lot of details, and I told you that we even don't know when he was born. So there is no recorded detail about this guy or even his father. We have recorded detail for his sons, because his son became a kind of king. He became the first king of the Ottoman Empire. So that's why we have some things. The name of his grandfather is also preserved, because it was minted on a coin as well. And that coin, when the coin was found, then we came to know that Osman's father was Artughral and Artughral's father was Ganduz Alp. So the main message again, that it's a very good drama. You should watch this drama, but keep the drama at the place of drama only. And if you want to know something about the history of Ottoman Empire, then the history should be read from the history books. So see you in my, hopefully whenever it will come, my next video about Osman Ghazi, and where we will try to know something about him as well. So bye till then.